I wish you a great evening. My name is Sheepy. Then there is Knight as an observer, and we are once again in the ESEA Open, where BloodyDevils will face up against the OneTapGaming. That are coming from really far Romania, as they've just began the ninth round. As usually, they're gonna decide where they're gonna stand, but it seems BloodyDevils will take it just now because it's gonna help a lot if you can choose a side, and they did as they switch to the CTs where the check's gonna start. X and Outex, of course. He's Slovak. Well, let's get into the match. This is the 10th match of ESEA for BloodyDevils. They are currently on 9-0 scoreline without a loss, and I wish they would make this 10th point happen again. STH, usually with a kit and a smoke. And the OneTapGaming is going towards the B-bomb side with one flash, 3 flashes, indeed. And they are going in really heavily with the pistols already in. Outex dinged up on 9 HP, and there is more to go for because there is yet Outex trading with his low HP on 2 guys, as well as Sutsi's help. But Raga and Smeg go for the even trade onto the D side. Meanwhile, Drew is boosted up at short, and he's trying to find some angle where those enemies would be exposed a bit, but Mikey is gonna be the man that's gonna shoot more. His teammate, as well as TDH, spots up guy in the naps. He takes down Raga, and Ares trades as well. There's still Mikey to go, and of course TDH finishes the round and goes for the first point for the Devils on the CT side. It's quite funny that many of the rounds that we could see in the past matches as well were won by the Devils on pistols. It really doesn't matter if it was T round, if it was CT pistol. They've always had the edge and somehow managed to pull them off with those great pesky retakes. And in round 2, OneTapGaming just going out with the Deagles. But there's still Mikey to hold the middle. He mows down over 2 of them, sprays down the 3rd. And I think GeoHype is a bit scared now to face him as Mikey goes for the ace for the Devils. Great start for the Czechs and the Slovak. That's something that they would just imagine, and they would really like to see this once again in every match. Before there was Outex with the ace, now it's Mikey, the beast, with the AWP. Now handled 5 guys with an AUG and a USP. Still, OneTapGaming recovers and they are going for the solid buy with an AWP and good utility, as well as some nade damage onto their heads and backs. But that doesn't stop Devils from approaching them, as there's already some pressure and a palace where TDH is gonna try to take down Ares. But he somehow still doesn't notice that there could be a player in the smoke. Luckily, he fell back. Meanwhile, at middle, there's Mikey fighting for his life as he takes down Raga. And he also is gonna go for retake of the window control. As there are 3 players already hiding at middle. They will not progress towards the A side. There's already 1 guy up into connector, that's GeoHype. He smokes up jungle and flushes in, and he wants to lead the charge of the team OneTapGaming into the A side, where TDH ready to fight them as he takes down 2. Exa goes for 1 kill, but still not enough to take the bomb side yet. There's already a guy at CT shooting at him, but he's still aware of that and takes down Mikey. It's now just Drew stands alone against 2 with help of Outex that is ready to take down guy at stairs. But still Exa trades and he goes for the 1v2 clutch at the moment. He wants to make this big and make it the first round of the board, but there is still Drew that is going to clinch the round for the Czech and Slovak team. And that's how they put this one off. A bit shaky the start as they've lost Mikey and Connector, but otherwise they still defend the A side. There's no bomb plant beside the round number 1. And that means OneTapGaming going again on the pistols. with small exceptions of each grenade. That did no damage, but Mikey's ready with a trigger. His AWP takes down one of the members of GeoHype, or of OneTapGaming, that is GeoHype. And there's TDH hungry for the kills, and Outex wants some too, as he takes down just 2 of the guys of OneTapGaming, and just Ares alone on middle. He's got not much hope as he's falling down as the last man. And yeah, that's basically how the Devils already took some great steps. They have already 4 points on the board to the round 5 with decent buy against OneTapGaming's AWP finally. After quite some time. They're taking the mid control. As a Mirage, it's quite essential to get that position. They're still making the smoke hiding. And maybe, if Raga is a bit lucky, he might be shooting down Mike in the window. There's no luck on his side now. So Romanians split the map into 2. Mid is theirs, but I think the Devils do not give this up so easily, as they still might get the connector wanting to take some lives of the Romanians, but still Outex has something to do. But Ares is a bit faster, and they still shoot TNMs. Takes down 2 in quick succession, also goes for the 3rd, and Ares now at 11 HP has something really tough to do, as he's trying to peek City, and maybe he goes for the ball kills, but they still drew NTDH to trade. A really even job from the Devils. Once again, Suti with great triple. And to finish the job, there was still a clean finish from the side of the Devils. And I feel that OneTapGaming just took the pause, just to calm down the situation. It feels bad to lose 5 rounds, and they really need to come up with something to beat this aggression, or more of a passive defensive of the Devils, as they don't have many funds to invest. Just 2 AKs, maybe Galil for Raga. Yeah, that's it. And just a bunch of utility on their backs. You know, Devils really happy with an AWP and quite a lot of money in the bank. They don't want to lose these in round 6. So Mikey's already posted up in middle, not worrying about his teammates that are really ready and prepared to fight the offense. And here at B side, Suti is gonna have to make the wall happen as he takes down this one guy on OneTapGaming. He goes for the second, but Ares is too fast for him. He goes for the 2 opening frags, but it's still Mikey shooting them down like in a gallery. And just Raga by himself at the bench has to deliver 1v3 clutch. Or the Romanians, he attacks on Mikey, but Drew is still there, going hard onto these players, and secures the 6th round for the Devils. And I really feel that this Czech team really wants to make the 10th win theirs, as they are already in the lead, 6 points. And doesn't seem to stop as Mikey goes for the first kill. Meanwhile, getting tagged by Ares, but just a scratch. No worries in here. And there is Outex that has to worry about connector. Where is Mikey? Up close against Raga. And he somehow manages to shoot his teammate. But the timing is real. And that's why Ares and Raga take those kills. And already open almost the A side. Still, there is TDH to fight them off. There's still bomb lost. And 2 lives are lost as well. Just Raga with the op. Has to do a lot of stuff. That's why he pulled out the Beagle and shot down at least TDH. He's still got a minute to work with. And the bomb is soon gonna be his. That's why he's heading there. I feel he's got quite a hard job to do, as Suti is still on full nades almost. Even though he's on the B-bomb side. And Drew feels like there could be some flank around the jungle. But Raga is outsmarting them both as they go on gamble stack at the B-bomb side. Raga is just gonna find out that the side is clear. No one is waiting for him. That means he's got at least the bomb plant for the Romanians. Wandering around the A side. Not much time left as he now goes for the bomb plant. And this is waving the flags for the Devils to come over and shoot him down. Yet he's already got 2 kills in his collection. And I feel that he won't gonna stop now. Open hand. 2 players approaching the ramp side of the map. His bomb is punted for him. There's still a lot of time to do. But Suti carries his teammate brilliantly. It's true, defuses the bomb and goes for the 7th point. OneTapGaming minds, they have to really crumble upon the pressure from the Czech team as they just go for another and another and another round, even though these two from the Romanian team were really close. It was both times 1v2, and they may be gonna switch things up as they are pretty aggressive against the Devils on the ramp. Drew feels the power of AEK first, but he's still Mikey up close with the ult, flashed out, but in the open, he's not calculating with this, and it has to be TDH that has to kill many of the players on the A side. He's gonna stick into the stairs angle. Snake punishes the 3rd kill of the round. And now Tex with Suti has to go and try and retake this. They get lots of money. There's no worry having any problems with money. At least Suti takes down Ares as Raga trades with the op. But OneTapGaming better be going back a bit. He's out there hiding, but no worries. Smacks 4th kill in the round. Secures the 1st point for the Romanian team, and I feel that they might be getting the 2nd breath into this game. As they finally have full buy, full utility. And the Devils somehow managed to find some funds to buy into this one. But Raga, all it opens from his side, goes for the TDH. You know, he's stacked up at 26, but it's really worth the kill that he had. And of course, that's not much to do for the Devils, as they have to be a bit more passive right now. Middle is almost lost, just making the connector, as well as there's Suti and Outdex worrying about B side. Yet there is nothing. It is not impossible, as there are quite a lot of flashes in middle. Outdex getting hit by AHP. Again, just a small brush on his face, but there are still trades coming in from GeoHype and ESEA. As Mikey falls with Outdex. The Drew has to go for the retake right now. He goes for GeoHype. Still a possible situation 2v3. This scenario isn't really unknown for the Devils. They might have the motivation to go in. No bomb plan yet. Just now, bomb spawned in the middle. Quite a good position for the Devils to retake this. But they still exit in the connector, and if they don't check him, it might cost them their lives. course, there's still players hiding at A side. That's why Suti spots Smack and pulls him down on 15 HP. The Moy is gonna push him off. At least the kill is secured, but now the bomb is sticking fast, and there are 2 men to kill. But yet, no deaths happened for the Romanian side. That's how they got the 2nd point on the board. And finally, some great start for their comeback on the T side. And I once again had to address that we're gonna have interview after this match. The 10th match for the Devils after the match. Meanwhile, Mikey is trying something sneaky in the smoke. I feel he's gonna try to pull Sui. But is it worth to wait? As Braga has the op on his body, doesn't check the corner, and that's how he dies. Still, 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. OneTapGaming just take a middle. Also, as the A side, there is only 1 man defending. That's true. In the Under Palace area, he has to shoot on A-Rest. That's already happening. He's successful in this take, but Chiohai pulls his gun down, and that's why 2 frags from his side gonna take down 2 players of the Devils. And they have to probably just be satisfied with the guns that they might save. Even though Suti risked his life to get something more out of it, it unsuccessful. Outest going for the kill, but well, this isn't really a great situation for the Devils now. They finally get some money after those 3 lost rounds in a row. But I feel there is no op for Mikey, just 5 and 4s. On the other side, OTG finally on some great physical strength as well as the utility. They won 3 rounds and it must feel a bit better since the rough start they had. It feels they kind of switched the strat as they are now more concentrating on the A side, where Freeper is already running out of the Palace. Drui takes the first hit for the team, but there is still TDH to trade. So it's the guy at CT that needs to do a bit more as OneTapGaming just go and deconstruct the defense of the Czech side, and they now have to pull something amazing. He's gonna have for the plan, but there is Mikey catching up a bomb planter, at least stops it for now, as Geohype has to go for 1v1. Even though this was a 2v3 for the Devils. And yet Suti somehow kills him. And he manages to come back after 3 lost rounds. Back into the game for the Devils. But it's cost them a lot. They went to the round with M4s. And they somehow managed to lose and have to go for MP9s. This isn't easy, you know. But these small machine guns might be really deadly in the close areas, as Mikey's got demonstrated on one of the guys on OneTapGaming, but Exa trades fast on both of the players. So there's no worries for now, as 2 smoke guns were taken out of the hands of the Devils. And also the B bomb site is going down. And the luck of OneTapGaming. But I feel, once again, 2v3, last round was also the same scenario, and that's why TVH wants to equal this. And he found Smack and 2 guys at short. This must feel great as a retake scenario. Drew goes up the short, even though ESEA is waiting on up close window position. He doesn't check the corner, and he just lines both players of the Devils and takes the 4th point into the bag of OneTapGaming. And BloodyDevils again with the economy and shambles. No money to work with, just maybe a couple of deagles and a couple nades as well. As OneTapGaming can just laugh about it. They finally have the guns again. But of course, it's not gonna be easy for them as those guys are deadly up close. But there is no luck this time for the Devils and their picks. Maybe Drew may change this up a bit, but there is at least Outex to get one gun out of the hands. And Suti just with a pistol might be going for the save eventually. He knows the money situation is not gonna get great for the Devils, and that's why he probably wants to save now. Even though he's seen the op at the A side, but there's a guy ready at the middle. And let's exit, takes him down, and gets another kill into his collection. What about the kills? Well, we've got 13 on Mikey. Then there is equalized 11 on TDH and Suti. Meanwhile, Exe, Raga, and Ares lead the scoreboard in the number of kills for the OneTapGaming. And as well, there is Starkiller that's at the moment coaching OneTapGaming, and probably his position also helps out with the strats that OneTapGaming are pulling off. And they will certainly need his help in the next couple of rounds to stabilize the situation. As 8-5 is great, but you know, if you would make it a bit more even, as 8-7 is also great. It'll feel much better. That's why they are running out of the A ramp. They are somehow stopped by the Moise and the nades. They're still supported the flashes from their team. They are going in, no fear, but TDH goes a bit too deep, gets smacked by Smack, and he needs to figure out what he's gonna do for the last round. Meanwhile, Drew is still eager to go for the trades and get into the bomb site. At least deny the plant for the Romanians. Mikey ready with a scouting connector. He spots Smack and he gets more info on the guys on the A side. He's certainly seeing him. That's why he taps his head off. And now he's got the AK to work with. Meanwhile, Altex has fallen to the hands of death. And Mikey, still with his teammates, wants to pull this one off. 3v3, still possible. Smoke on the ground. Drew gets the kill. They're still all down. And now Ares has to find the guy in the bomb site. But still, the smoke covers full position of Drew. And he might be just a bit lucky. But there's Knife from OTG to save this one. And put the sixth point on the board. That's how the story ended. It was looking really promising for the Devils as they had a great retake, guns in their hands, smoke on, but the kill on Mikey was really crucial. And it's a shame that if maybe Drew had a kit, he would have pulled this one off. But now we got a tactical pulse. I can feel that it's from the Czech side. They have some internal struggles. I hope that they're gonna find out some choices that may make a difference into this last round of the half. As the round 15 is just coming in. And the buy of the Devils are just 5 MB9s. We've seen they were quite great at a close distance. And they might use them again as well. But there might be an AWP against it. Luckily, Mikey survived the initial fight. So OneTapGaming kind of pushed it up. They don't really want to go in just now. They have 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute 30, almost. And they just can keep pressuring the BloodyDevils to do something, to go aggressive for the pick. But if there is nothing they have to do, they have the AKs, and they can just tear apart the whole company of the Devils. Mikey is gonna be in the Mission Impossible mode. He needs to hold the connector from the Romanians that are invading the land. But of course, he's getting traded by Smack, as well as Drew goes down. And just out there and Suti with MP9s. Wait, something to pull off. And that's why Outex goes down as well as Suti. And somehow, OneTapGaming found the strength to pull 7 rounds after really tough losses in the first half. And they equalized the scoreline at 7-8. And they certainly have some breathing space now to get some rounds. Since the pistol, it will really help them a lot. But you know, it doesn't really matter right now who wins the pistol. It's not that close of a match. Or not close as a match. Because you know, 1 round doesn't really mean much here. There has to be at least 3 rounds consecutive if some of the team or any of the teams wants to pull the comeback or a huge lead. And once again, I need to say this. There will be an interview after the match with one of the players of BloodyDevils. And if they win this, it's going to be their 10th win in a row. And that is great statistics. Yeah, that's something that you can be really proud of. You can show off to the other teams that you are great. And I've heard from the guys that there are many teams that are just with some great compositions. And many of them came in here in CSGO ESEA Open. Somehow show off their talents and make themselves very proud. And their names heard, of course, because Counter-Strike is a lot about the team play, but also many stars have risen from Face It, you know. That's why many of the players want to get level 10 and then progress onto the leagues and into the teams of their regional leagues and tournaments. And if you somehow forgot, today it's me casting Sheepy and observing. It's just all on night. If you want to check us out, check our Instagrams in the stream title below. And we are finally here after a small pause in the halftime. Devils now on the tees. OneTapGaming switch to CT. And this just feels a bit odd as Ares bought Smoke, Flash, and the nade. As well as GeoHype bought the nade. I think there might be something into it. Yet Devils decided to go towards the A side where there's only 1 member hiding. As OneTapGaming just gamble stacked the B side with 3 members. There might be some calculation, like, might hit the B side. But it doesn't feel like it's gonna be this round. TDH already waiting with the smoke. It's probably smoke of connector, maybe stairs. Yeah, this feels like connector smoke. Body flash and running in. But of course, there are already fights on the way. As Outex is a bit hit by Raga and Jungle, and he wants to go for the great shots, but out of luck, he now just finds Mikey. There's more to go. Bombs down. And now the retake is going on. 1 kid on GeoHype. That's going to be crucial if they want to put the round off. Raga goes for Drew. And there is still TD8 and GeoHype training and trading the kills. And there's just Tutti alone against the 2. Kid is out. And he still gets the diffuser. Now just GeoHype up to do the job. Or GeoHype's friend ESEA. It is going for the defuse right now. And he's going to even the scoreline on 8-8. It was a bit messy from their side. Of course, OTG had a great start as they found Mikey under window, but somehow didn't really trade well until the last diffuser as there was GeoHype dying by hands of Suti. And I think the cold blood is still running in the veins of the Devils, as they wanna explode onto the A side. Smack with MP9. There's gonna have some great shooting gallery. He takes down 3 players. It's still DDH to trade at least 2 of them, and he takes their guns out. Bomb plan would be great. Of course, he at least pulls this one off. But unluckily, Raga shuts him down before the bomb even goes off. So, some great work from OneTapGaming. Once again, they defended the bomb site quite well. And TDH at least got those 2 kills, so it's really worth for the Czech side. It's now OneTapGaming on Famasis and Force and Orc. They have to present some firepower at the middle. It's already taken by the Devils. They're now calling for the backup. 3 players of OTG are now standing in the middle, waiting for the Czechs and the Slovak to come in. On minute 20, and Suti secures the first kill of the round. Great start for the Devils. Of course, there's more to go as Raga sees the gun barrel. Suti, as the one-way smoke helps him out a lot. A 4v4 is a bit more doable for the CTs. Mikey a bit more curious. Where are the players hiding? Taps off the head of Raga. And somehow manages to get the situation into the hands of the Devils. Ares gives up the side with ESEA, and that's how Outtex has the free ground to work and run on into free bomb side B. Now, the gamble stack didn't work out for OTG, and they now have to just go for the safe, as they have lost the bomb site. They aren't going for any retake, it seems. Maybe just some exit frags. Just Ares is wandering in the jungle. If he finds at least one guy from the Czech side, but still, he seems to save the Oak at least. As he sees the money situation, yeah, it doesn't feel right. They've got, well, maybe 2 guns into the next, but if they lose that one, they might have given the lead to the Devils. Quite comfortable buy for OTG into the round 19. Feel Devils are a bit more shy now, as they've seen that these guys are nothing to play with. You have to respect their play. Of course, it's 9-9, and if it could be happening as Raga takes down Mikey as the first guy of the round. If there is nothing to do for OTG for next 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, I say. Because the man advantage is on their side. And they won't have to worry if the bomb side is going to be taken. Just, I don't know if ESEA is really aware that there could be someone hiding in the apps. But at least Smoke is ready in his hand to carry away his opposition. And he must do quite a heavy lifting, because 3 players from the Devils are approaching the B-bomb site, and there's still 1 member that's gonna try to sneak around the site. And that's true, he goes for 1 kill on the A side. Meanwhile, ESEA and Iris already ready the B side go off and take the lead for the Romanians to secure the 10th round for them. Of course, just some great Counter-Strike to watch, as both teams get round after round after round. They traded quite even. And a switch of the times, or switch of the teams. Hit the Devils in a bit, or a weak situation, as they have again only D-goals and a Tech 9 with one molly. Can be used in window, so now no utility, just their pure aim that needs to do heavy lifting. OTG trying to boost up in the window, but meanwhile Smack goes down by Deke from Altex. And of course, those Dekes might be deadly as Mikey shows the presentation of the firepower of these small $700 guns. And they just cleared the A site open. Only guy at CT maybe wondering what the hell is happening there. Ares tries to make it even on CT, but Mikey with the AUG that he's taken from the corpses of OTG. Now he's taking 4 kills and a bomb plant. There's some amazing Counter-Strike and the knowledge of the guns by the Czech and Slovak team. Ares trying his best to face off these D-goals, but no luck today. As Devils found a way to just use the D-goals to somehow stabilize the scoreline. 10-10. And only pistols in hands of OTG now. Maybe you're gonna see some miracle as Devils showed this round, but we'll see. There's lots of information already in the underpass. Braga knows that there's no one coming into the underpass area. As well, as the spotting at B, there's nothing. It might be signalizing that the Devils are on the other side of the map, as they now just put all the nades out. And GeoHype stuck in the corner with Smack. Both taken down by hands of the Devils. And A-bomb site clean again. Free of charge. And now Exa has to do some work with his teammates. On with the pistols. Ares, no worries, he's going in. Tries to take down Altex. But of course, there are more guns to go as the round ends in the fortune of the Devils. And we finally see an AWP after quite a long time for OTG. And a couple M4s, one MP9. Yeah, the budget wasn't there, you know. The crisis had hit already. And it seems that Devils gonna repeat the same strat again. But there's lots of info on middle. And it kinda tells the Romanians that it might be a hit again. Braga sent by himself on the B-bomb site. He knows he's got free space by now. As Ares and Exit open the round with 2 kills. Suzy tries to make it a bit more closer, but of course there's Ares to finish the round. And again, the goal for the OTG is to even up. And that's what they did. 11-11. This really feels like playing the table tennis. Just ping, pong, ping, pong. The rounds keep coming in and out for both teams. As they now finally can invest into the full buy again. But there's someone burning. This Mikey goes down into the smoke. Great shot from Braga. And he already just makes the round a bit easier for the camp of Romanian. That would make it even worse for the Devils. They take already 2 of them. Ares got the second kill, and yeah, this might be a bit harder to pull off. Just a couple of nades and 3 AKs in their hands. Of course, there's lots of stuff happening already. As Shu goes for the first kill for the Devils. But yet, there is someone to tap the head off. That's GeoHype in connector, the only guy that defends the middle. Flash out, and GeoHype has to fall back a bit to have safer space. 40 seconds. Not much time left for the Devils, and they must move up onto the bomb site. It feels like an A hit. Already split in the middle, but Suti's back is now taken as GeoHype finds him. And the backstab keep on going as Drew falls today as well. And TVH by himself with just an AK against 3. That's really hard. And it's how a small lead for Romanians at 12-11. It might be a really not an easy job to now persuade the guys in the camp of the Devils to make something work. But they got a Deagles again, and they can just show off their aim. Only a few smokes that can be used with the flashes. And Mikey wants to go for the blood. He senses that those players are weak in their minds, even though they won the round. He finds Geo into the smoke at least. And they almost killed the guy at Ticket. Bomb's going down at least. But now through the smoke, Raga appears. And Smix also trying to make it a bit more fancy for the side of OTG. Ares gets down TDH, but Mikey won't give up so easily. But Ares picks him up as picks the 13th round for OneTapGaming, and Devils might be struggling right now. Maybe tactical pulse would come in hand. As there's now 2-point lead for OneTapGaming. And this might be the pulse as I was talking about. They've got full utility, they can switch things up. Because OneTapGaming just show off their excellent CT side. They take out the middle control. Meanwhile, only BloodyDevils have taken the Palace and Rampant A. And that tells them a lot about the gameplay that's gonna follow up. So, some great work. I have to say, they've practiced a lot, and it feels they understand the map. But of course, we won't write off Devils so easily. As we've seen, they can do lots of stuff, and surely with these AKs, they make even more. GeoHype tagged a bit, but they still up in game. And Oper's hands can change a lot about the game. And of course, Naga tries to deal with Altex's only answer to smoke. And it's interesting that OTG just easily can switch the sides if they need. You see 3 players around B side and middle at the start, and now there are only 2 players. They more focus on the mid. But there are 5 players of Devils running out the bottom side B just now. Excellent. We'll have to stick to the smoke, but they still Ares to help out with the smoke and a Mori as he tries to spray all of the down. But it Drew goes for the bomb plant. TVH now tries to mow all of them. But unluckily, the 14th round is in the back of OTG. And now the pressure starts to begin, really harming the Czech and Slovak team. Last force with AKs and an AWP. The match point would come by any round. But there might be some hope as Drew found money for an AWP. Yet Mikey will now just need it all against the GeoHype, but Anchor deals with him. And now just on 50 HP, the problems start to appear in the OTG's backlines. As there is Tutsi sneaking into the underpass area. And he wants to make the most of it. Smoke is up there in connector that might help him with the vision at the middle, but it feels like OTG want to stick to the bomb sites. And don't even peek out of their comfort zone. Devils change their mind and they want to hit the A site also for the middle. Or more like just all A site. That's a good decision. But I feel there might be already something hurt in the camp of Romanians. So they have to worry a lot by now. Smek stole on the Paris, has to hold the pressure. He holds only one member by Raga's up. He takes down second guy, and now retake is very hard because Drew finds the shot with the AWP. And 2v2 is now very, very great for the Devils. As Drew has the angle on CT, but he doesn't have the trigger. As now OTG find themselves within the match point of the match. And as well, they've had an AK and AWP that they saved. And Devils just on AKs with small utility. Oh, never mind, they found some great arsenal. But I hope those losses won't affect them in the next couple of rounds, because I feel they need to come back and come to this light that's on the end of the tunnel at the B bomb site. Already some trades happening. Altex go for one, but they still trade from Ares. And of course, there is still more pressure from OTG. No bomb point yet. PVH at least most down Geo, but there is already Ares hiding behind the bomb site, and two players already supporting him from the shop. Yet Suti and TBH go for 2 kills in a row, and Raga 2 HP on the up. Maybe the HE would come in hand now. Suti on 40. And he decides to save it. Really not risk anything, as his team won't be able to buy in the next round. Maybe ESEA can buy 1 and 4, a couple of Deagles, but that's not really a big investment. And finally, some confidence for BloodyDevils that they really needed after those couple of cold rounds. And a small relief after the tough fights that they've had to put. Finally, 12-15. Devils need to get 3 more rounds to get at least into the overtime. And it still feels great, as there are just 2 and 4s and up in hands of OneTapGaming. Devils stick to the AKs. And they might be just going in. There's still utility on the ground. But just a small stop for now. Three players at the A bomb site. Now gonna see the smokes landing. They must figure out where to move. Mori already helps out. Clear the positions as Suti goes for the first kill of the round. There is Smek somehow trying to find the kill through the smoke. And he's a bit more lucky to get this one. 44 against the AKs. Might be a bit harder than it seems, but Smek at least picks up the kill with the P50. The flank is already taken down by Suti and Drew. And this last minute buy from OTG wasn't really that great, as they've killed only 2 members of the Czech and Slovak team. And now they can at least see the potential comeback. because you can see that only thing that OneTapGaming have is USBs. And they are now more onto the B bomb site. There are a couple of smokes there. They might have baited a couple of the players out, but somehow there are still 3 players hiding at the A bomb site. The fake wasn't really successful of the Devils, and Smack finds the bag of Outex, the one there by himself. And I surely know that he didn't expect that many players still being at the A bomb site. The bomb site B is already in the territory of Devils. No bomb down yet, but Mikey was found by Raga. And Suti can't drop down with the bomb just now. He almost gets taken down by one of the AKs of OTG, but still 2 players in the apps are quite a hard thing to do, but ESEA makes it a bit more useful for the Devils as he takes down his teammate. Quite unlucky situation as, of course, you want to help out, but well, they kill your teammates. It rewards you with minus $300, so that's really a bargain for the Devils if they somehow manage to make their fun situation even worse. But this anti-eco, successful the Devils. And they can see the overtime. They need to win this one round. Make it even at 15-15 and go for the overtime at the map Mirage. And they're certainly hoping to do that. Auburn Drury, lots of utility. So OneTapGaming invested their lot of money on full utility and enforce. Not a split from the checks. They're trying to take the control of the map, but they're kind of denied. At least at the middle. They might get the info on the A side that there is no one. That's why OTG gonna rotate a bit back. But Anchor or Outex doesn't share the corner. Sutsi is a bit more aware of these things and takes down the last member of defending squad at B side. And now A is only poorly defended by one member of OneTapGaming. They should expose that by any second. Now GeoHype also supports his teammate in the defensive side of the A side. Smokes are up, and now the info is coming in as the rotation from Raga, as he needs to now deliver a lot. Raga though goes off in the flames, and now Mikey goes also for another kill this collection, and now just GeoHype 1v4 to secure the win in the default time, but we're gonna see our first overtime in ESEA Open for the Devils. And I'm really glad we can see a bit more from their workshop, as we still haven't seen how they're gonna handle the overtime. It's probably one of the more stressful parts of the game, where every round counts. And that's why you have to capitalize on the mistakes that OTG gonna make, but also OTG have to be unstoppable if they wanna win the game now, as they had the chance in the regular time. But of course, there may be even double or triple overtime. You know, I can be sitting here till morning, as both teams are quite ready and prepared to deliver their best in the overtime. Both teams at 16k, and of course 3 rounds till the switch of the teams decides. So let's see what magic is gonna happen now in the rounds that are needed the most. The standard setup from the Devils as they split the map. And also Mikey splits GeoHype in two. Nice start from the Devils. That's something that they really needed. The advantage. The manpower. As they now brilliantly fake the A side and pulled all the players of OTG out of the B side. Meanwhile, they gonna take it for free. And there's this Ares defending it. And also his teammate in Market, they was taken down. But they are not hard enough on their enemies. As now Suzi somehow managed to miss Braga in the underpass. And Smack now tries to go for the retake as well. But he's getting taken down by Altex. And just now, only Raga by himself against two, now just one. And Bomb is spun really weird for Drew, and he has to peek by now. But he didn't check the angle yet. Raga, fast and trigger, pulls the 1v2 out of the pocket of the Romanians. Great frag from the Czech team, but the defense was just too hard to push through. And there's going to be a lot more needed if they want to secure the win through the overtime. Now we're gonna see a bit more aggressive style middle as Raga posted up at Catwalk. Will be accompanied by a guy in the window. Drew already at 8 HP. He certainly has to fall back now. And that didn't pay off for Mikey. As Raga gets the kill result. Bombs lost. Control 2, but yeah, they still underpass quite well defended from Suzi. And as he hears those steps, he might get some idea where the players are hiding. Default setup from OTG as they have all the corners covered. Bombs coming towards the A bomb site. And it feels like there's gonna be at least one fake. Those are gonna be untested nades. He decided to check the underpass area at least. As his teammates have to make this A hit fast. 30 seconds on the clock, and now the time starts to tick. They have to enter it, get the bomb down. Just now, as there's a guy running through the stairs, and he almost wishes that he didn't do that. But Raga finds the kill as well as his teammates find also. But TDH, this spree just makes 2 for 1. And great work from the Devils that finally managed to pull something off and make it a bit more even. And even a bit more winnable. But Raga seen the overstep TDH. And he now senses the guy in the connector. But Alex faster a bit on the trigger. Yet Exit finds a better angle and takes down the last member of the Devils. As we see the 17th point for LTG. And the Devils need at least that one round. We have a chance to come back this match in the first overtime. Of course, money isn't needed, but what's needed are the kills. You can see Raga, Iris around 30, and TDH with Mikey at 25 and 27 as they are rounding into the B bomb site. There is no stopping now as they need to secure the bomb plant and now defend the bomb site from the defenders themselves. Moy down, so bomb plant is not going down just now. At least 2 members of the enemy team went down with its flames and the bullets. Mac found one guy through the smoke, but is out there to trade it. Still, smoke helps down a bit in OTG's hands, and there are only 2 players running through the smoke. Ares, 8 HP against TTH, who's full. Hey, that's not fancy to lose the round now. Smoke needs to deliver a lot, but luckily TDH a bit better with the angles. Took the last kill of the round, and at least put the Devils on 16 to 17. Devils need to win 3 rounds if they want to win the whole game or at least 2, to get into overtime number 2. And yet, when the hope is scarce, Devils need to really dig deep and find their inner strength to pull this one off. As of course, they are losing by 1 point, but they are in the overtime. There can't be any mistakes. Now OTG went to the T's, and BloodyDevils landed at the CD side. And they are not ashamed to buy everything they can. 3 Augs and 1 op. The interesting setup. Many people like the Augs for their very high damage, high firepower. And hopefully Devils can handle these. As there is already some little damage on Braga and GeoHype with the nades. They must have heard. What's gonna hurt is entering the bomb site. As Altex and Maggie found 2 in a quick succession, as well as TDH finds 1, and Maggie finishes the game or the round with another 2k. The game is gonna be finished unless they find the next 2 rounds, of course. And somehow Braga is now on 3k, and the pause is coming in, and might be technical as against the TDH not buy-in. There's some internet connection problems or anything that's like it. It seems we are good to go into the second half of the overtime number 1. As there are still pistols with the ops, and then we have the AKs also in the hands of the Devils. It's gonna help a bit, but I have to be helping a lot at this A bomb site where OneTap gonna set up their execute. It's like a standard win. There's CT and jungle, but of course they need to get through all the defenders. The bomb side A. Like going in first, trying to find something for the Romanians. They still no open ready, even though Drew tried to hide into the smoke. He didn't find the perfect pixel. And at least for now, bomb site secured. And retake is a bit harsh because GeoHype found the backs of the Devils. At least traded 2 guys even. And Suzi now in a 1v3 again. Very tough situation. Just with the nades. You might find some damage at least on 2 players. It's ESEA for 30. There's 1 peeking. Equal situation on 1v2, but all of Braga is a bit stronger. And that's just put OneTapGaming at the match point, I suppose. As it's 18-7. And now Devils need to win this one if they somehow want to defend their win in the next overtime. The slow pace take of middle, of course. Make it ready for anyone that's gonna cross his mind. And his crossfire as well. Jutsu, meanwhile, takes down somehow Agassi through the walls. I feel that I think they should make the walls a bit thicker because these wall banks are so satisfying to watch. And meanwhile, middle is being taken by OneTapGaming, and they need to go into the bomb site just now. 3 players on mid are nervously waiting to at least find someone that could at least open their minds Mikey Miva opens connector for the Devils. The TDH now in the hostile place between the Hark and the Rock place. Yet they found the 18th point, and we're gonna see overtime number 2. And this is where the things gonna start going down the hill. Because you know, 1 overtime is okay if you don't win this, never mind, but if you don't win the second overtime, I think there might be something wrong with the team that you're playing with. You know, if you let it go for the 3rd or 4th or 5th overtime, yeah, that might be just some show off of the skills of both teams, you know. But I hope that either of the teams is gonna close the game now, because their strats have been all used, and usually now the teams are desperate to do anything or just copy the strats that they did before. So no switching now. Devils stood at CT. OneTapGaming are keep holding at the T side. And yet another buy from both camps. They need to switch things up. Of course, 2 players going towards the middle, already running up wide heavily onto the catwalk and the lower mid, as Smek finds TDH first. There's also Antes going down against the AWP. And the situation really boils down to the kills that gonna come in, but I feel that bomb site B is now overtaken by OTG. Maybe Suti is gonna try to make a difference. He picks up 1 guy, almost lines up both of the players of the Romanian team, but he won't get both kills now. At least Drew capitalizes on 1 kill. And maybe he finds Smeg as well. And this opens up the doors for the retake. But the Molotov kind of complicates the whole situation. There might be some great attempt to do that. Smoke in hand. Lost the kid in here. He finds the first guy at the bomb site. I think it's still playable. Time's taken, exit peaks, and smoke is up. And of course, there's Braga with the AWP in his hand. Climbs down, the hopes of the winning round for the Devils. And now, again, disadvantage scenario, 18th point. And 19th point for OneTapGaming. Now they decided to work the other way around, and they want to execute the A bomb site straight ahead. That's why Devils can just keep on guessing where their road might lead. And I feel that Susi just spotted the guy in the underpass. It might make up their minds where the hit's gonna be. And already nades are into the bomb site A thrown. That's when the action starts. Drew also gets hit by many players. Meanwhile, Mikey is falling down at the middle. And again, retake. It's gonna be really hard to pull, but TDH at least finds 1 member. Meanwhile, Rega trades with Smack, and Outdex also takes 1 kill into his account. 2v2 against the opening AK. Suti finds the AK, and it's just Raga's up to somehow work this out. Of course, it's 2v1. Both guys have kits. And smokes up, but Raga just misses up the timing. Just the timing. Really, those feels. I can smell that he's not feeling great. Really, just a second of not watching the position of jungle, and there is someone peeking at him. Feels bad, man. Maybe what is, or who is feeling bad is also GeoHype. He's now sitting at 14 to 20 to 34, but of course, he still had his great place. And he might need this round as the confidence booster to maybe power up his teammates to get more rounds on the board. Or eventually win the game. But there needs to be more done, as there are already 4 players ready at the B-bomb side. There's rotation from the BloodyDevils as well. Smoke is out, and now the damage has to be done. Out there steals 1, 2, almost 3 through the smoke, and there's Mikey to go for another one. Eventually, there's just GeoHype that has to work with just the AK. 30 HP against 2 players of the Devils. As I said, this was his round to go for. But there was Outex to make something great happen. Those 3 kills were just amazing to watch. Just something satisfying for a CS player. And it seems we are getting into the second half of the overtime number 2. BloodyDevils are finally leading for the first time after the lost advantage in the regular playing time. Finally, they have something to work with. They need to win now 2 rounds to take the win. And their 10th scoring win on the ESEA Open. And of course, they want to make it a bit more special. That's why they just threw 2 smokes at B side, flashes out, and now Ares with the ult. He's delivered more than just 1 kill. He pulls down the molly to maybe figure out where those players are hiding, but they are burning alive. And that's why he picks the 1-by-1. Now just Mikey with the AK against the 4. A bit more like Mission Impossible. OneTapGaming securing the 20th point. And now taking a small pause to relax and as well reconnect for Raga that just left. Maybe there could be coaching coming if this was something a bit of a bigger problem. It seems like their coach is also off. I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 brothers and their mom would just shut off the internet or some power outage. What's just going on right now. Meanwhile, in Czechia and Slovakia, there could be only internet problems, as we know quite well. When you're playing the best match of your life and you need to win that, as you're in the tournament and just your internet turns out that you didn't pay it, or your sister needed the fan so hard or so desperately that she unplugged your internet, and yeah, this stuff tends to happen. But you know, it kind of shakes your memory and your mind when you are in this of an important match at second overtime. It's 20-20, and you need to win those 2 next rounds, and your teammate just leaves. It might be a bit more just than 1 teammate. It might be all of them. I don't know what happened, but there are 4 players leaving, and I can't see the chat. So there might be a bigger issue just than this. There's some other player joining. Viac menej dokázali utiahnuť to na tých 8-7 a vlastne 7-8 v ich perspektíve. A nakoniec ešte celkom nacinkali v tej druhej polovičke, ale na druhú stranu, práve tá prvá polovica bola taká vaša dominantná, Mikey tam dal ace, Autex tam tiež dal 1-3 a pol naozaj skoro výkony a zaujímavé ma práve počuť od teba, kto podľa teba dneska strieľal najlepšie a úplne viacej.
Kdo dneska střílel nejlíp? Upřímně si nemyslím, že asi nikdo. My jsme všichni hráli na takové stejné úrovni, někdo prostě měl příležitost, když třeba chodili víc na mid, někdo zase chodili, vlastně oni hráli ten hard mid.
Aha.
A pak vlastně chodili akorát s tama split na Ačko, takže víceméně měli vlastně největší šanci urvat killy Mikey a Autex, což se tak taky stalo. A za T-side to bylo tak celkově týmově, taková ta týmová souhra, že jsme každý nějak dávali fragy. Ale nebyla tam nějaká dominanta jednoho hráče, jako při včerejším zápase u Mikeyho.
Hej, to verím, že vám všetci si tam mali okolo 25 kg. Samozrejme, viacej proti nie je to menej, ale briliantná práca. Hlavne sa mi proste páči retake, hej, ja ste tam na CTčkách plofli úplne pekný retake, 2v1 ste tam zahrali Diffuse a krytie a takisto ste na tečkách ste tam mali také akcie, že ste otvorili ten site 2 a tam ste sa stejli situáciu 2v3. Čo vtedy nejako dodá tým hráčom takú energiu? Kolujú sa tam niečo špeciálne, nejak sa posilujú slovami?
Upřímně, my vlastně při situacích, kdy jsme chodili na nějaký site na Open, tak jsme byli docela, já jsem byl teda upřímně docela nervózní, protože enemy tým jakože podal neskutečný výkon a nemyslím si, že nějaká ta motivace tam byla spíš na konci kola, po vyhraném kole, vždycky jsme se nahypovali, jdem do dalšího kola a prostě dáváme bomby, co nejvíc to šlo.
Hej, to verím. Ja celé naozaj... A ako si to ste spomenul, tak mali ste tam veľmi veľa teamplayerových situácií a istotne to pomohlo práve aj tej mentality, keď ste tam naozaj rozdali tie hlavy spoločne, tradeovali ste tam instantne, tam fakt padal kill každú sekundu. No hlavne musím povedať, že toto je váš 10. win v ESEA Open a naozaj ešte napokon naozaj nadchla myšlienka. Čo teda v ESEA ešte plánujete a kde sa vidíte na konci splitu?
My momentálně, na začátku sezóny jsme si s klukama řekli, že chceme skončit top 10 a momentálně se nám to daří, i když, jak jsme mohli vidět dneska, tak ti oponenti prostě to už to začíná být na té lepší úrovni, než doteď, když jsme hrávali ty zápasy. A vlastně je těžké pro nás se s tím vyrovnat nějak, protože nejsme zvyklí hrát close zápasy ani nějak extrémně vyrovnané, že vždycky je to kdyby jednostranné víceméně.
Jasné, to tie minulé zápasy dosť potvrdili, keď sa tam naozaj mali situácie, že 16-3, 16-7 a podobné veľmi jednoduché zápasy v váš prospech. Ale predsa len ste našli tú vnútornú energiu na to pull-offnúť trošku, nejaký ten comeback a aj to sa nám podarilo. No, posledná vec, čo na teba mám. Jak by si popísal svoj tým jednou vetou?
Momentálně asi zmatek. Protože neříkám, že po hráčské stránce jsme nějak dokonali, že jsme nejlepší hráči, ale někteří kluci prostě nemají takové ty zkušenosti a momentálně se ještě snažíme nějak sladit.
Hej.
Jestli to tak můžu říct. A nějak se pořád, kdyby neustále sehráváme a snažíme se dát do toho docela dost, ale jsou tam pořád nějaké chyby, ale takže nejlepší slovo asi na to teďka vyšlo zmatek, no. OK,
to je posledná otázka odo mňa. Ďakujem pekne za tvoj rozhovor a tvoj čas a verím, že sa aj na budúci týždeň bude dariť takto podobne v takomto super tempe a spoločnosti tvojich hráčov.
Jo, díky moc. Pěkný večer ti přeju.
Podobne ďakujem.
Čau.
Čau. No a ja sa to s Knightom lúčim. Veľmi pekne ďakujem za vaše sledovanie a počúvanie. My sa počujeme najbližšie už na budúci pondelok pri ďalšej ESEA. Užívajte večera a veľa síly do zajtrajška. Čaute.